Ready to get started?
Yeah, let's
Yes,
get
sir.
into it.
Let's go. First, we're going to talk about the PlayStation State of Play. What did you guys think of it?
Oh man, it was a great show.
Yeah.
There was so many games I wanted to play on there.
I'm actually glad that you messaged us and told us it was on,
Yeah.
because I honestly I forgot all about it.
Yeah, I had saw it like earlier in the day, I think while I was at work, and it had mentioned it. And then like something made me remember it like maybe a half an hour before it was supposed to start. And I was like, oh yeah, that is happening. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to check that out.
You know, watching it it made me miss E3.
Yeah.
Like
I'm still mad I never got a chance to go.
Right.
Me too. Like, and now we're like in positions to where we could have went, and it's like,
Right.
now y'all want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know. But it really made me miss E3. But there was a few games I caught my attention.
I'm sure.
Onimusha, of course.
All right. Well, since you brought it up, why don't you state that? Onimusha.
The remake or the new one?
Both.
Both.
I actually just played Onimusha 1 again. I mean, I played the series over before, but I played 1 again. Didn't realize how short that game was.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, you could beat that game in 3.5 hours. It's a really short game. Still a great game though. But the 2 remake I'm looking forward to, even though I beat that plenty of times. I just want to see Gogan Gontis again. The greatest swordsman of demons.
Yeah. I honestly never played Onimusha.
Well, you play the first one, so you beat it in 3.5 hours.
Didn't
that
2
requires
have
me
like
beating it.
something to where it was just like messing with you just so you die? Was that Onimusha or was that a different game where it was like invisible bombs?
No, I don't remember.
It wasn't
Invisible
Onimusha. It
Bombs.
was a different game. Okay, then.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Q.
Yeah, there was like a game. Maybe it was Ninja Gaiden. It was one of them games to where like there was like a level where it was like invisible bombs after you beat the boss, and you would just like blow up and die, and it was just like frustrating as hell. I just remember playing it as a kid. I'll find it.
Well,
I'll-
playing a Ninja Gaiden was stressful enough.
Yeah. One thing I want to do is I'm gonna check this new trailer out because I vaguely remember seeing it during State of Play, but I want to see it again, see if it catches my attention
Okay.
because it might be something I need to get into. Been wanting to expand my game repertoire anyway, so being able to see it might be good. So let's check out this trailer real quick and see what we have. Let's pull that up. Let's check out this trailer. So it's almost like a Devil May Cry, but like set in like feudal Japan.
It's now, now, but the older ones are basically like Resident Evil in feudal Japan.
Those look like great value Yoshimitsu's. This fighting looks excellent, though.
It does.
Yeah, it definitely has a Devil May Cry look to it. The monsters just coming out of like nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good.
Oh, that looks great. Still ain't coming out till next year. We don't know when.
Oh, we don't know when it's coming out.
No, they said it was 2026.
Oh yeah, just right there.
Now, when you go back and play the old ones, it plays like Resident Evil.
What do you mean? What?
Like the way it's set up, like when you run, it has that weird camera angle and
Oh, it got the old stationary.
yes, and even like the monsters or the way they appear is just like Resident Evil.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was Ninja Gaiden 2. I was
Ninja.
thinking of there was like mines under the snow, and you like just beat a boss, and it's like you don't know the mines are there, and you just like blow up, and then it puts you back at the beginning. You got to refight the boss.
I'd be so pissed.
Oh, dude,
I might rage quit the game if it did that to me.
I did plenty of times.
Those Ninja Gaiden games was rough for Xbox.
Yes.
Yeah, I got one of them. I think I got Ninja Gaiden Black 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
And actually on my computer, because it's free on the Xbox if you have the Game Pass. I think I got Ninja Gaiden 2 or Ninja Gaiden Black 2. I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, I downloaded it because I do want to play it.
I think from State of Play, I'm definitely excited to see or probably try out Tides of Annihilation.
Tides of Annihilation was the top game of State of Play, in my opinion.
Looks great.
Yeah.
That game looked incredible.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, this looks fun.
I'm gonna say right now it's gonna be a game that I'm gonna be like, I'm buying that day one, and then I'll forget about. But hopefully, hopefully I eventually get it.
Yeah, I'm eventually going to get it. I very rarely, if ever, buy a game day one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There has to be a reason. Like you're giving me something. Like the new Fatal Fury, I'm buying day one because they said if you pre-order it, you get the whole first season pass included.
and it's only $60. It's not even $70.
Yeah, you don't even pay extra, so you get the whole season pass, all the DLC that's going to be coming out later for free if you pre-order the game. So it makes sense to pre-order the game.
The game you mentioned, did you just mention not Fatal Fury, the one before? I can't think of the name.
Tides of Annihilation.
Yeah, it gave me a Shadow of a Colossus.
Definitely
vibes.
looks like Shadow of the Colossus.
Which was a really good game.
You know what? That was a game that when I first seen it, I was like, I have to play that, and I never did.
Same here.
It was great.
I've heard it was great.
Mm.
It looks fun, but I've literally never played it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was free one time as one of the free PlayStation games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was free recently too.
And I think I got it, but I still never played it.
Yeah. So I seen a couple other games I'm interested in. Lost Souls Aside. I don't know if did you guys see that one?
That's the one with the curvy sword, right?
Yeah.
The person had a little wavy looking sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that one. That looked kind of fun too.
Yeah. So
that was kind of fun. Tim, do you remember that one?
No, I don't. Could you actually pop that up, please?
Yeah, I'll pop. Yeah, let's pull that one up. Let's find it real quick and we'll pull it up. In the meantime, something that I don't think will need to be seen, but
Shinobi looked great too, by the way.
Yeah, Shinobi did look. We'll get to that in a second. But the new Sonic Racing game looks fun. I want to play it.
It definitely looks like something I would at least play with my sons, my family, I guess, as a whole. You know, yeah, I agree.
I'll wait. I'll wait till we get done watching this.
Yeah, but yeah, the Sonic game, while this ad runs, the Sonic Racing game looks fun, but we'll see what happens with.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Just a goofy racing game.
Kart racer. It's just good, simple fun.
Yeah.
Let's pull up this.
Our monsters invade our world. Short for being always in his storm. And when it seems they might push the invaders, the dream ends. Is this ring just a dream? And only hope lies with you.
Dimensions. Just get.
I'm trying to remember what game this reminds me of.
The way they run looks like Devil May Cry. The way they run.
Yeah, but
the art style looks like a Final Fantasy, though.
Yes, it does.
Sounds like Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it does. It might be Frank Welker.
Created your
See, I like stuff like this.
See, I do too, but part of me that is kind of I'm not liking a little bit is all of the cool looking shit that he's doing. All looks like cinematics.
It doesn't look like gameplay to you.
No.
What you mean? Yeah.
Some of the like the wall runs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It all looked like cinematics to me, not actually part of the game.
That makes sense. I mean, we would have to, that definitely, it was just a game that caught my attention. It looks like something I would definitely play, but, I don't know what it is. I hate paying $70 for games.
I agree.
So I'd be waiting until stuff go on sale or until it's free or.
As well, like, I know, like, we complain about it, but our parents were paying like $80 for Super Nintendo games back in the day. But those games you got your money's worth for those games back then. They put everything in the game.
Mm-hmm.
There was no DLC.
Right.
If you didn't feel cheated, like now, like they say nobody wants to pay $70 for a game that's not finished.
Right.
See, I'm kind of torn on that because if you think about it, a lot of those games back then were like example, the original Onimusha. It's 3 hours.
Yeah, but the PS2 games were $50 back then.
Yeah,
they came out.
But I'm saying it was 3 hours.
Yeah, 3.5 hours. Yeah.
3.5 hours. Most games right now, if you get a 3.5 hour game, you're rioting.
Yeah, now absolutely.
That's true.
But so you're saying, oh, we're getting a complete game. If someone were to give you a 100% complete game right now, that's 3.5 hours, you're going to flip your lid.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yeah,
you're holding it to a different standard.
No, not true, because Super Metroid was a very long game.
Super Metroid wasn't that long.
Yeah, it was. It's just the people that do the speed runs make it look like you can beat it in 45 minutes. But
I'm not talking.
Final Fantasy VIII came on like 4 different discs.
I don't count speed run games, but like I'm just saying there were games that were so-called complete games that were $80 or something like that, but they weren't very long. One of the top games back in the day, GoldenEye, to play through all the missions, it didn't take very long.
Well, what level you were playing on, though? That's the thing.
Don't matter. The whole
matter.
It doesn't matter.
Well, GoldenEye was more about the player experience.
Yeah,
but still, it was still not a very long game. Original Mario Kart or any of the Mario Karts, not very long games. Any of the Mario games weren't very long.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario World was not a very long game.
It was long enough.
It was long enough, but it was.
You want to know what was long? Mario 64. You ever try to collect all the stars?
I did.
Very long game.
I was very upset after I got all I got was that special jump. And I'm like, that's it? You see Yoshi on the roof?
You see Yoshi, yeah.
I'm like, that's it? Okay.
Yeah, that's stupid. But what I'm saying is those games back in the day were really expensive, and you're like, yeah, they were complete, but they weren't as long as the games that we're getting now, or as detailed.
Yeah, but we got a lot more power now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're expecting the same amount of completionist, shall we say?
I think it's more the fact that we pay $80 and then you turn around $70, then you turn around and be like, here's a $20 DLC, which really completes the game. And it's like, what the hell did I pay the $70 for?
But most of the time, does it really complete the game, or is it just extra? Very rarely is it, hey, we're going to release this game, and the DLC that's going to come next month is going to be what's needed for you to actually get the full experience. Most of the time, it's like, hey, do you want to continue your experience? Here's this DLC. We worked on some extra stuff for you. Here you go. It's not enough for a sequel, but it's enough to get you to continue to play the game. That's
Well,
like
you mentioned short games. Remember Spider-Man Miles Morales? That one. That could have just been a DLC.
Yeah, that was a $50 game.
yeah, but that's what it was complete.
But it wasn't. It was really, really short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
It was a complete game,
no.
right?
Yeah.
But it was short, so you're upset, right?
No, it was a great
It
game.
was
I'm
still a
not
great
upset.
game. Yeah, it
I'm
was
just
still a good
using it as
game.
an example.
But you're still
for-
upset that it's short.
Well, yeah, I wanted to play. I haven't even played the second one because it's still $60. Came out like 2 years ago.
Spider-Man 2 is still.
Yeah, it's still $60.
I still haven't played it.
Yeah, neither have I because it's still $60.
Tim let me borrow it, so somewhat.
I did?
Technically, it was Wesley, but
Oh, yeah, I did.
you let Wes borrow it,
Yeah.
who just happens to live here with me since
Yeah.
it's my son.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, it was kind of
yeah, I
short.
never
Yeah, I
played it.
said it was short to me. So
2 was?
yeah,
Sure, also. Okay.
yeah. Again, when you have more than one protagonist, the game needs to be longer. That's just me. I just felt it was short, a little shorter. Because the first one, I felt it was longer.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some of the time was because of those stupid Mary Jane missions.
Oh God! No,
Speaking.
speaking.
Oh, it's not good. You go.
Let's go off on that tangent. If you're going to have a game centered around a character, in this example, Spider-Man, I bought the game to be Spider-Man. I don't want to be Mary Jane. Don't do that. Stop that.
No, I agree.
It doesn't add variety. It doesn't add any type. No, it's boring. It was boring when it was Mary Jane. It was boring in the
When you were Miles.
when you were Miles. It's boring. Stop it.
No.
We want to be Spider-Man.
I enjoy being
I-
Miles.
You're
You're talking about in the first Spider-Man game?
Oh, okay. Now I thought you meant the Miles Morales game.
No,
I'm
not
like,
the Miles
no.
Morales game. The first Spider-Man where you're Miles and you had to like
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah.
sneak through and use his
That was
tech to.
terrible.
Yeah.
No, it was boring.
That was terrible.
I play Spider-Man to be Spider-Man.
But you mentioned a game having more than one main character, and you said it should be longer.
Yeah.
Just going off of that, did y'all watch Split Fiction at State of Play?
Split Fiction. That's the one where the two girls are
Yeah.
going through different stories.
Couch co-op?
Yes, I told my wife we're playing that.
Yes. Right away, I was like, Jazz, we're playing this. I love a good couch co-op, and I feel like they don't do it enough.
They don't.
Right.
They really
You
don't.
know what I mean?
They
I
need
feel
to
like
bring that back
You've
more.
taken that away from us. And it was like, oh, well, you each buy the game and play on different systems. I don't want to do that. I want to play
No, I want to play
right here on this TV, split
with
the
my
screen in
wife.
half or whatever.
Sit together, have a good old time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game definitely looked pretty interesting. I told my wife that we were going to play it. Tim, you mentioned the Shinobi.
Yes.
They only showed the older looking one because I think they're making another one that's going to be more like a 3D style play.
Yeah.
Or no, I might be
No, I
might
thought
be
they
thinking
showed- I
of
thought
Ninja
they
Gaiden.
No, that's Ninja Gaiden.
That's
too,
Ninja Gaiden
yes.
that they were doing. It's my mistake.
Hmm.
No, but this Shinobi does look good. The new Shinobi that
Yes.
they're coming out with. Speaking of which, Shinobi had an incredible soundtrack.
Yes.
The original one.
By Yuzo Koshiro. Absolutely.
See, now you're saying too much.
Who knows that?
That's what I'm talking about. No, him,
That's
Darren, they
Hey.
all be knowing video game music. And I'm sitting
I
there
respect
like,
the hell out
dog.
of it. Tell me throwing out names. I'm like, I don't even know who that is.
Yuzo Koshiro, he did the Shinobi soundtrack, the Streets of Rage soundtracks, and Koji Kondo did all the Zelda and all the Marios. They are the two best Japanese composers of video game music.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They be getting on me because Tim be like pop quizzing Darren on, oh, what song is this from what video game? And Darren will be like, oh, that's such and such from Tekken 3. And I'm sitting there like, what?
Alright,
And then we're like, how do you not know that? I'm like, how do
how
you
do you know that?
know
Yeah.
that? Like, I don't listen to music like that, especially not video game music. I'll be like, oh, that sounds nice.
I'm not
And
gonna
that's
say,
it.
I'm not gonna say I don't listen to video game music. I do, but I don't know it like that. Like
That's what I'm
all
saying.
I know is that
It sounded good.
the drowning music in Sonic still gives me anxiety.
Oh, that's terrible. That haunts my nightmares.
Great soundtrack, by the way. But anyways.
That haunts my nightmares. But they be sitting there like, oh yeah, this is from level 3 of this game. And I'm like, dog, how do you expect me to remember this stuff?
That's impressive.
It really is. But they be sitting there getting on me like, Malik, how do you not know that?
And then he gets upset. But he knew Mike Tyson's Punch Out music though.
Well, it's one song.
I couldn't tell you who did the music in any game.
Actually,
ever.
there's two songs, the running music and then the music during the match. That's it. It's not like I'm like, hey, that's the music from when you fight against Piston Honda. I don't know that.
I know Piston Honda's music when he comes down.
See? I know the match music. Duh, 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 duh.
You got it as a top 10 game
That's
for your
simple.
thing, and you can't even get Piston Honda or what's his name? King Hippo. You know King Hippo's music? That's one
No.
of the easiest ones.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm not a video game music guy.
I know, but still. Top 10 games you know.
This is the grief they give me. I say I'm not a video game music guy,
And we still
and
get
then
on them.
and they say I get that, and then we'll turn around and say, Malik, how do you not know that?
You know what this just made me think of? A few years ago, Tim said on Facebook he thought he should go back to school for music.
I had a dream
Yeah.
that I went to
Now
Tennessee
I feel like you should.
Yeah.
Like,
for music engineering or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a dream. I was like, huh? And then of course Malik started sending me all these links for Full Sail and all this. Like, here you go, right here. I was like, bro, it's just a dream. I don't.
hey, I graduated from there.
There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah,
If you want to do something,
And my wife
I
is.
support my friends.
nothing
What's wrong with that?
I graduated from Triangle Tech.
Hey, me and Malik said years ago, we was like, hey, we want to create a video game.
Right.
And hey, we took all the steps to do it.
We just gotta get to work on it.
We're going to get there.
In due
We'll get
time.
there.
In due time. Absolutely.
But yeah. Did you see Snake Eater?
I did.
Yes, I did see that.
It is.
Snake Eater looked good.
Didn't see the
And
end in the trailer.
It was a good game to begin with.
I'm not a huge Metal Gear Solid guy, so I never played Snake Eater. Like, of course I played Metal Gear Solid.
Mm-hmm.
That was freaking, Psycho Mantis
Mm-hmm.
to this day is one of the most creative boss fights ever.
Yeah.
But the game itself was kind of meh to me because just sneaking around in a box just didn't hold my attention for very long.
You must have never played Splinter Cell.
I played Splinter Cell too.
I hated the Splinter Cell games.
That could only hold my attention for a little bit too because it was very slow paced. There's several games that's like that. Splinter Cell, you know what game?
Filter like that wasn't Siphon?
Yes,
Filter like that?
Siphon Filter was like that. But do you know what game that really upset me with how it was set up? Hitman.
You know what?
Hitman bothered me because, you have this mission, you got to kill this guy. And they give you all these nice, neat little tools and guns to use, but if you use them, you get penalized. Motherfucker, why you give it to me then?
So I've never really played a Hitman game, but I kept seeing the previews for one on my PlayStation. So I was like, I went to go look at it, and I was like, man, I might just get this game a try. It looks fun. Like they were showing like all the different ways to kill and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I want to try this out. But then when I went, it was like $50, and I was like, no.
I
don't know if I'll like it.
I think I have one of them, but I'm 99% sure I have one.
This was like the newest one though, I guess. Like they showed like all the like this dude was literally like talking on his phone with like the doctor or something.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna die. Good. And then he just like shoots you through the window, and I was like, that's funny.
There was a TikTok I saw or something like that, a reel or something where they were showing that clip, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Doc. I dodged a bullet." Then the guy, then the hitman just reaches in the window and yanks him out, and throws him off a cliff.
So I was like, that made me want to try it. I was
like, you could do stuff like that, but part of me is like, sometimes I want to sneak up and be stealthy and set up the chandelier to fall on somebody. But sometimes I just want to take a shot from a sniper rifle from across the way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't penalize me for that. Did I get the job done? Yes or no?
Which should be the only thing that matters.
Yeah,
Right,
I get the job done. Did anybody see me? That should be the only thing that matters. The fact that I used a rifle instead of slipping him some poison shouldn't penalize me.
Right. Did anyone see this Darwin's Paradox? The octopus game?
No.
Yeah, that looked really weird.
It reminded me.
That's reminded me of that High on Life game.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
yeah. Which that was free, and I was like, oh man, I was like, that's the game I wanted to play, and then I like looked at it, and I was like, no, I really don't. But it at first when it came up, I was like, oh great, a new version of Echo the Dolphin.
Man, go ahead with that.
That game is terrible.
Terrible. It is terrible.
Tim.
Did I ever tell you why they made that game difficult? You ever hear
Probably
about
the
that?
same reason most games were made difficult back in the day.
Well, I guess the guy that created the game, he said that he didn't want it because back then, you could rent games back then.
Yeah.
He didn't want people to rent the game and beat it in the weekend, over the weekend.
Yeah.
He wanted it to be hard. That's why people didn't know what the hell they were doing in that game.
That was the reason why a lot of games were hard. That's why Aladdin and Lion King were so hard.
Don't remind me of those games.
Hey.
Aladdin and Lion King were purposely made that hard to make people re-rent them.
I
beat
was
Lion
like
King.
5.
They didn't
There's
care.
no reason I should have been crying trying to beat some of those levels.
Hey, once
didn't care.
Once I found out about the passcode to go right to the last stage to fight Simba, I was good.
That's cheating.
I don't care. I still remember the passcode. It was Barry on
That's
Super
funny.
Nintendo.
That's
BARRY.
That is cheating.
Yes, it is. You can pick all the lives, and then you can go right to the last stage. Because that game was very. I couldn't get past Hakuna Matata stage.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
On them logs.
Mhm.
And then that ugly monkey that kept backhanding you. You try to get near him. I'm like, all right, man, I had enough. And it was hard getting near.
Man, I was a kid and I couldn't. It was the Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Yeah.
That I'm like, dude, you want me to figure out this puzzle of how to hit the certain, you know what I mean? The monkeys scared them a certain way, and man, that was.
And then riding on the ostrich, and then you got to jump, double jump. I'm like,
yeah, those games were unnecessarily hard.
Yeah.
I happened to come across a TikTok streamer playing that game, and she died, and it just took her back to the start. And she was like, "What? There's no save state? Like, no, sweetie. Those didn't exist back in the day.
Welcome to our world.
You had to play it straight through. If it was time for bed, you either had to turn it off and start over. Luckily, some games had codes where you can get back to a certain level if you were lucky. But if you weren't, you had to either start over or leave that sumbitch on and hope that it didn't conk out on you in the middle of the night. That was your only options.
Okay, so that game that you got on the screen right now, this
Dreams of Another.
Yes.
This was one of the weirdest looking games.
Okay, so for me, I was like, why would I want to play that game? I'm just seeing it's a VR game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it says it's going to be on PS VR 2.
Yeah, but it's also on PS5.
Right. I mean, of course, you're going to make it for both. But what I'm saying is that it would make a lot more sense in VR than it would just sitting in my room playing that game.
Yeah, that game did not. I'm looking at it like this game looks stupid.
I didn't think it looked stupid. I thought it looked alright. It was just weird. Like I was like, why would I want to? In VR, I could see myself doing it, but like I can't see myself downloading that on my PS5 just to play.
Yeah, it was weird to me. I gotta shoot stuff to see things like that. No, that's that.
Yeah, you're using
that came across as me of someone trying to be creative in a stupid way.
Yeah, you're using a gun.
No disrespect to the creator because they could do stuff I can't, but
yeah, you're using a gun to create the world.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, that's just weird.
I mean, that game, the Directive
80-20.
It reminds me of
this Bioshock or something.
No, the one with Norman Reedus.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, this. If you don't know who Supermassive Games is, they have a series of like horror based games.
Yeah.
My daughter likes this screams my daughter. Because they made what was the other ones? They were similar to the what was that? What was that game that had like Hayden Panettiere in it? It was like
I know who the actress is, but I can't think of the game.
Until Dawn. It was similar to Until Dawn. So they're kind of like create your own story type horror games where you kind of have control over who lives and who dies in the games. They came out with a couple of them. I think this is third or fourth one, but my daughter really liked them.
Okay. I'm not a big horror game fan.
I'm not a huge one. My wife and my daughter are. I keep trying to tell my wife she needs to start streaming because she has a niche.
Yeah.
Like my game span is a little too wide for most people because I just play whatever I feel like playing at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
She has a niche. I play horror games and Fortnite. Like that's literally what she plays. She plays horror games and Fortnite. So she can have, her fans would know we're going to see a horror game 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm. That's why I keep
I'm
thinking
like,
Jazz should do it too, because I'm like, you just get on Marvel Rivals now.
yeah.
And it was Overwatch before, but it's like you just get on it and you play. Like people know what they're going to see when they watch you.
Right.
Exactly.
She went 35-0 with Scarlet Witch yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like 35 kills and 0 deaths.
I'm sure the other team was not happy about that. 'Cause
No.
She's probably one of the most hated characters in that game. Just because it doesn't take skill to use Scarlet Witch because she's like the Moira pretty much.
Who Jazz goes crazy with Moira too.
So, yeah.
But yeah,
Shit, I don't care if it takes skill or not. You killing and you not
Yeah.
dying. That's impressive.
that's impressive.
You can switch off.
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
switch off and go hit scan or something, but people don't want to switch off. That was the problem with Overwatch. They didn't want to switch off. They complain.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about it because we know it. That's going to be the big thing we talk about when it comes to state of play.
What?
WWE 2K25.
It's not the big thing, but I am going to play it.
For us,
I'm going to play it.
I'm not.
It looks fun.
Yeah, I'm out.
You don't like the city?
No. It's a horrible idea. It's terrible in 2K. It's the reason 2K is horrible.
It's not terrible in 2K.
Yes, it is.
It's
awful.
I don't do it in 2K. Like when I played 2K, I literally would do the training to get better and then go to play a game. That's literally all and go to practice. That's all I did.
So when's the last time you played 2K?
Oh, it's been a while.
Exactly.
But
So they've made it so that you have to do stuff in the city. And it's so annoying. It's terrible. Like there's you talking about you would like go to the gym and lift the weights and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't even do that.
Now there's you have to do that in 2K for your player to get their boost or whatever. Then you have to go to like the little shoot to go shoot with the dude all the time so that your player can become a better shooter and you can get all the badges. And then there's missions where like you have to play in the park or you have to do like, bro, I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to do this. This is why the last time 2K was good was 2016. And I'm like, this is why it's been awful. And then they stopped like focusing on making the game better and just making the city more vast. And I think that's what they're going to do with WWE. I think they're going to be like, all right, gameplay's fine, even though it's not. And they're going to be like, let's just focus on making the city bigger. And it's going to be a cash grab.
Did you play 2K24? WWE. Not NBA. WWE.
So I downloaded it. I spent like an hour creating my character's look and then deleted the game.
Why?
Because I didn't feel like finishing creating a character. And I don't understand WWE 2K. How do the graphics keep getting worse?
See, I heard 24 was fine. 23, I heard was a freaking dumpster fire.
Yeah, so I did play 23. My sons liked it, and I think I should have let them play 24 a little bit more. But they got VRs. They can leave me alone to play my PlayStation. But yeah. So it's like I downloaded it, started to create the characters, and then Si's like, I want to create my character. And then Dos has to create his character, and then it takes so long. The move set is so much. Like I don't want to spend 5 hours creating my character.
Then don't spend 5 hours creating your character.
If you want to create a character, you're gonna have to.
No. But I think I'm gonna play 2K25 because I want to see what the hub thing they have going on there is like.
Yeah, I'm out on that.
It might be trash.
I'm not saying it's gonna ruin it this year, but within the next couple years, the game is gonna be just awful because they're just gonna focus on that the same as they did with 2K, and everyone's like if you even tweet about 2K, and you're just like, there's a lot of people that's just like, stop doing this. Like, we don't want to do this anymore. Like, yeah, there are people who all they do is play in this city, so that's who they're catering to.
Almost every time I go upstairs, Jameer's playing in the park with his friends.
I got kicked out of the park the one time because I said some very bad things.
And I'm the toxic one.
Yeah. First of all, we were playing on the trampolines. Why are you shooting threes? There's no goaltending. All they're going to do is jump on the trampoline and grab the three. I'm like, bro, just go dunk on them. And the dudes was pissing me off. I'm like, this is why I don't like playing with people.
Throw them out of the park.
Real quick, just want to touch on this because it touches in several other areas that we like to talk about. The Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii game.
So
I like the Yakuza games.
Did you play Like a Dragon though?
No.
I didn't like it.
I didn't play Like a Dragon. I just played Yakuza Kiwami. 1 and 2, I think it was. But my whole thing is Samoa Joe's in this one.
Oh, that's cool. So I did play Like a Dragon for a little bit. Maybe I got to give it a little bit more of a chance, but I wanted to play it for a while. I kept seeing it, and I was like, finally, I downloaded it. I played maybe an hour, and I was like, all right, I'm done here. I didn't like the way I was fighting. I just didn't. It didn't grab me.
Yeah, I didn't play Like a Dragon, so I don't know what the combat's like on there. But Yakuza Kiwami was fun. It was cool. It was, a little bit of, kind of an overtopped action. It was fine. Wasn't nothing outstanding, but nothing bad. I wouldn't sit there and be like, oh, you have to play it. But it was cool.
I only played the first one back on PS2.
Oh, the old Yakuza.
Yeah, I played one of the old.
I liked it though. I liked it a lot.
Which is why I wanted to play Like a Dragon. I played some of the old ones, but
Everyone said that's how Shenmue should have been, like Yakuza.
Can I understand that?
Yeah,
that's still not top 10.
Anything
in my world it is, but we know it's.
Anything else on State of Play?
No, like I said, it was Onimusha. The game looked like Shadow of Colossus. I keep forgetting the name of it.
Tides of Annihilation.
Shinobi looked great.
I have zero interest in Borderlands 4.
You know what? Every time I see the Borderlands, I'm like, man, that looks fun, and then I never play them.
I played them. I got bored almost instantly.
You never played any Borderlands?
I thought you know what? No, I played like 30 minutes of one of them, and something happened, and I never went back and kept playing it.
I never played. I jumped in and played 3. I went in it blind. And that was in 2019. That was the year I decided to go just expand and just try. That's when I played Sekiro, and everyone knows how that ended for me. So, and then I tried Borderlands. Everyone was like, you need to play 1 and 2 first. I'm like, no, look, I'm just gonna give it a shot. And it wasn't bad, but I got bored with it really quick.
Yeah,
I felt like I know what I was doing. I was just like, obviously because I never played in the past ones, but I just got bored with it after a month or two, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this game. It wasn't bad. I would get 4, but I wouldn't get it at $70. If it goes on sale for 40, maybe.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not running out to buy this day one.
I can't say it's not something I would, they, like I said, they always look good to me. It's just I never actually, sit down and gave them much of a chance.
Right. Any interest in Monster Hunter coming out?
Yeah,
Quentin does.
I said
I'm interested in playing it because I enjoyed the games for what they were. It's just once I got to the harder monsters and they start running away, it was pissing me off.
Right.
But like I said, then I had a friend on Facebook that was like, hey, dude, you're supposed to set a trap. I'm supposed to do this, and that. But by then I had already quit the game. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I know for next time. And, so yeah, I think
yeah, our friend White, he's really pumped for it. He keeps trying to get us to play. And I'm like, no, I'm good.
I played the last one.
Yeah, I played the last one. It was cool, but it's...
Who are they catering to, or who's the target audience for Five Nights at Freddy's?
I don't know.
Because it's a horror
I never
game.
got into that game at all, so I honestly cannot answer. I don't know.
So it's a horror game, But it's like Five Nights at Freddy. I feel like only kids watch, even though like it's a horror thing. Like Dose knows about it,
Right.
but he's 7. I'm not gonna buy him a horror game to play.
Right.
But like I've never heard any like adults talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know.
I honestly do not know. I know close to nothing about it, so I'm not even going to
I don't know.
comment. Because I honestly don't know.
Maybe we just don't run in those circles that would
Maybe.
know anything about it. I guess so. Overall, I thought State of Play was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought State of Play was a really good showing. Still makes me long for E3, but
yeah, absolutely.
Hey, never say never. It may come back one.
Because I remember back in the day, right before it started to hit its decline, we would sit there and hold debates like, who you think won E3?
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like who won?
That was always the thing.
That was always the
E3
thing. Who won E3?
Yeah.
When the big fanboys would come out, that was the big console war days though. But remember when what was it when Matt said Bethesda won E3 when he saw it Fallout, the bad Fallout that came out?
76.
He's like, oh, Bethesda won this easily. And I'm like, okay. And then it was really bad.
And Tim hates Bethesda.
Oh, we got that right.
I don't know why, but I seen a post and it was a picture and it was like the 4 nations used to get along and it was
Xbox,
GameCube, Dreamcast, and PlayStation. And somebody in the comments was like, What's Dreamcast? And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, feeling old.
You uncultured swine.
Yeah.
What bothers me is I've been watching this YouTube channel who did a complete retrospective on the whole series of Street Fighter, going through the development, the story, all of it. And he was touching on Street Fighter 3. And he was like, oh, well, the only console that could handle this game was the Dreamcast because the system that they made the Street Fighter 3 on was too advanced for the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation at the time.
It was PS1 still.
PS1 still. Like, so it was too advanced for that. It couldn't port it to that. The only system it could port to was the Dreamcast. And he was like, the Dreamcast was terrible. I'm like, hey, don't be disrespecting my Dreamcast.
Absolutely.
Man. I thought the Dreamcast was great.
Dreamcast was great. He was like, only thing you could find about it is video essays on how it failed. Like, you gonna stop bad talking the Dreamcast.
Oh, absolutely.
Nintendo failed Dreamcast.
They did.
Not Dreamcast didn't fail. They failed it.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
It
sounded good.
No, wait, I'm sorry. No, I think they said at some point in the 90s, Nintendo was supposed to have disc, apparently.
Yeah, PlayStation.
Was it okay?
It was going to be the PlayStation.
Okay.
But they they came to some sort of disagreement.
Ah, gotcha.
And then Sony split off on its own and made the PlayStation.
Ah, okay.
Wow. I'm glad they did.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I still, to this day, I want to see with these Sega games that's going to be dropping soon with the new Jet Set, the new Crazy Taxi, and all of them. I'm hoping that they do so much business that they're like, you know what?
Dreamcast 2?
Let's give it another run.
Yeah, I said Nintendo. I meant Sega. Sorry.
Yeah, Dreamcast 2?
Dreamcast 2. I've been wanting a Dreamcast 2 for decades.
I'll buy it.
I will 100% buy it. And
absolutely.
The only reason it failed is because they didn't have enough third-party developers.
Exactly. And also didn't help that people were burning the games.
That didn't help either.
Neither.
But
because I'm one of them. But.
Guilty.
Guilty. But especially these days, Third Strike costs you a couple $100.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Geese burn all mine for me for $12. And a lot of them games are worth a lot of money now from Dreamcast. Like Sonic Adventure 2, I just saw Beaver Falls. He wanted $150.
I still have that.
Yeah.
I don't have it in the case though. But I still have the game.
Without the case, they'll still give you like $90 for it.
Yeah.
All right. It might be scratched up though. We'll see.
That'll reduce it to $80.
Yeah.
They'll resurface
but I definitely still have that. So